So finally back from Coachella. It's now very normal time, but it was busy. Hello, if you don't know who I am Magdalene Janet. I am a beauty YouTuber. I've been doing this for 8 years. 8 beautiful years. Today we are doing a full face of nude drugstore makeup, and guess what? I ended up having a full conversation with Neal Mohan, the CEO of YouTube. So if you want to know the tea, keep on watching. We're starting off with a bare face. I will have everything tagged here, all the products I use. You'll see pop up. You can shop and look at the product as you see me apply it, so it's very great, super easy. It's like TV shopping, and it helps me out tremendously. So I appreciate you so much. I will also have everything linked down below for you. I'm gonna start off with the eyebrows so that you kind of get the vision. Maybelline has this new eyebrow insert, a easy multi-brow all-day wear waterproof smudge-proof product. The brow inserts, it has like the brow gel part. Okay, and a pen. It has like the 3 little bristles like the Benefit one. I have here ash brown because we have excess here. Let me get rid of like the tip. You know, I have sparse brows, so with these I'm very careful because these are really pigmented. Just kind of go in here. Look at this, brow gel is gelling down. Cool. Okay, next one. Maybe dip a little more. Too much. Oh, okay. Is this sparse brow friendly? It looks like it. This gel's really nice. Okay, let me get these eyebrows on so I can talk to you because, girl, the tea. They're light, but I like that. And then here, with these, you always want to just kind of get rid of additional product. Okay. Speaking of the 8 years, I cannot believe I've been on YouTube for 8 years. Okay, I just realized, you guys, this is not available in the States. It's available in UK. I'll link it. Look Fantastic has it. Look Fantastic, you can shop through the States. Oh my God, I don't know how this ended up on my desk, but it's here. But I like it. Look at my eyebrows. Now this is a brow I could get behind. Added a little bit of this eyeshadow, I don't know, to give us a little oomph. I've been loving a very bright inner corner lately. I don't know what's gotten into me. I'm feeling like it's circa 2023 because this is what I was doing, what, 3 years ago? Oh my God, I can't believe that was 3 years ago. I'm gonna just do that for now and then we'll blend it. Because, girl, speaking of 2023, I have a brown eyeliner and a brown mascara. Remember, I used to do that a lot too. And then, I don't know, I stopped. Okay, that's good for now. L'Oreal has these new Hot Precision eyeliners. This is the brown shade. This is how it looks. Oh, it's a nice brown. It's a little red brown, right? It is, but let's see. You want to go underneath here, and then I like to use this side to just line kind of inch along. It'll help you get like that thin line. Then the tip is when you use it for the little tail. The tail is always fixable. You can always get micellar water and fix it. It's like this part, I always find that is the hardest. I'll like start midway through, wing it, and bring it in. Always keeping your eyes open because the way you look is literally the way your eyeliner is gonna sit. So if you're looking up here, it's gonna have that bent. About an inch along as close as possible. I like to go underneath here in the inner corner so we can get the line as thin as possible. Damn, that was easy. Again, it's like a little baby wing. It's perfect brown. I like this brown. We're gonna use a mahogany, a burgundy mascara. That's for a little bit later. How do I even begin? Let's go back from the beginning where I am a first-generation Latina. I was born and raised in LA from Honduran and Salvadorian parents. I'm the first one that finished college in my family. And I have no connections. It's been really hard. This industry has been difficult. It's been difficult for me particularly because the lack of support. I do everything by myself. It takes a lot of like mental toll on me a lot of times. which is fine. Eventually, I'm gonna need help in order to scale a lot bigger. I can't do this by myself for too long. With that being said, it's made me extremely resilient. It's made me so much stronger. I could take rejection like no other. It's fine, because you get one no, there's about 3 yeses on the way, and that's just how I live. Let's set this right. And if I get emotional, I better not with this eyeliner, not with this. Take off the earrings. I was trying to be cute, but then I don't want foundation on them. So, you know, in 8 years, I just kept going. I kept doing my thing with social media. That's basically how you can sustain yourself, is just being consistent for the most part. But 2 years ago, I think for me it was the most pivotal time. Let me know if you guys remember when I was chosen to be on a panel for YouTube. This was December 2024. I actually vlogged it. It was that light bulb where I'm like, okay, this is it. I'm doing the damn thing and things are moving in the right direction. With that, my type of personality is I like depth. I like to get to know people in a really human way, not surface level. I used to think like I was a little intense because I like to have real conversations and get to know people other than how's your day, what do you do for work, surface level stuff. I've always been like that, but I feel like especially now because of social media, everything can potentially be very surface level. A lot of things feel like they don't matter because it goes by really fast. Girl, I had to go get my coffee, take a little break. My Beetlejuice cup. What were we talking about? Besides blending this foundation, I really like getting to know people and having great conversations. Morphe has new bronzer. I have here the shade Tulum Trip. Tulum, how dare I? Tulum Trip and Malibu Villa. Malibu Villa's a little too deep. Let's use this one. Cheek Thrills Tulum Trip. We're gonna use this one too. Is this? Oh yeah, the cream liquid bronzer. So when I get to know people, I really like talk to them, have a real conversation. Instagram has helped that a lot because sometimes if I'm gonna go to an event or something and I see someone, and if I follow them, I'll be like, oh, how was your birthday? Or how was your trip to Tulum, let's say. I really like to get to know people in that way, and that has really helped me network. And that's number one. I think networking in a way that you care about another person, not what they could do for you, I promise you will be the best advice I can ever give you, because as humans we like actual human connection, not surface level. The surface level connection could be great for the moment, but it's not a long-standing connection. I could tell when people are just surface level and I don't even entertain it. I'll just be like, hi, nice to meet you, move on, because I got time for none of that. And that's honestly my personality. I could rub people the wrong way that way, but listen, like my mental health is very important, and just talking about a bunch of nothing, I don't like that. Wow, this is beautiful. I was telling you 2 years ago how I was on that panel. Small world. The person who chose me for that panel, shout out to Alexis, like she saw me basically in a room filled with creators, and somehow she saw something in me and picked me for that panel. And the moment that happened is when things started to move along and my name started getting out there as a YouTuber. We have new blushes here. In social media, being a YouTuber is one of the harder things. When I tell people at events I'm a YouTuber, they're like, oh my god, how do you do it? Oh, let's use this one. This is the shade Poolside Sprint. Oh yeah, that looks like Poolside Sprint. That moment to me, I feel like brought me to where I am here, meeting the CEO. When I did that panel, it was amazing. It was obviously one of the highlights. Cool, that happened, you know, you move right along. YouTube would have a lot of events called like workshop events. You know, the pop-ups that you see right here, like this one right here, that's called YouTube shopping. So we would get invited to a lot of those events, and showing up is truly important. And it's not because it's an event, really showing up for what you believe in. I believe in YouTube. I am a YouTuber. I love YouTube shopping, and it's really has changed the trajectory of my life. And how can I not show up? When you show up to places that you're invited to, either friends, family, work things, it really shows that you care. You just being there shows that you care, period. That's, I think, number two, part of the networking aspect, where show up and be ready to meet whoever at that moment. Sometimes I would go to the YouTube shopping event and I would meet like the head of something, or like a VP or a manager, and I I just talk to them like regular people. When you talk to people with a little bit of depth, not just a surface level sort of, you know, give a little something. What I tend to do too is I'll research people. If I know who's gonna be there, I'll go on either Instagram or LinkedIn and see like who's who, or even how they look, because sometimes I want to just know how someone looks so I have an idea in the back of my mind, like, oh, this is so and so. Oh my god, I was looking for brushes and I had these. You know what, we're gonna use them. This is the M200. Not that I need more bronzer, but ooh, we're gonna add more. So one of those like networking events, I started to meet people, and then people started remembering me because I go all the time. I'll show up, and especially the YouTube shopping events, they really help because you always leave learning something new. And I'm the type of person, I love to learn. There's always room to grow. I have a history degree, and like history never ends. It continues all the time. That's kind of how I see things. You know, I don't know if it's looking a little muddy. I think maybe I need, should I do more of this color? I'm gonna use the same brush. This is the 240. I'm looking very like beachy. Oh yeah, okay, this is what I kind of needed. Yeah, I think this is better right now. Catrice has these brighteners. Let's use warm nude. I'm gonna use this kind of like a color corrector. I have this new concealer. It's not new anymore, but from E.L.F. Let's see how that works. I haven't been using a lot of E.L.F. makeup lately. Get down. I haven't brought my concealer down this much, but let's see. Let me go back. When meeting people, they start remembering you, and because I like to just get to know people, people end up liking me. Like, I'm a likable person. Honestly, I really am. Not to like sound cocky, but I am, because I really just like to know people. A lot of it has to do with, prior to social media, I had a whole nother life. I went to school, I had been in relationships, I had done the corporate thing, I did it all. So social media is kind of like my second, what is that? Second act in life. You never know, there's a third, fourth, fifth. It's countless. Also just helps me be a well-rounded person, generally speaking. Let's blend this. And I also am the youngest of 4. I had sisters that would check me all the time, so I don't even live like too delulu because, you know. Okay, this is really thin, a little too thin for me. But let's get into the concealer. I would also ask questions, how to improve my content, what can I do, what do you see where I can improve? Because again, YouTube events, they would consist of workshops, they would consist of a lot. They consist of a lot of things currently. So this one's too deep, medium neutral. When the opportunity arose to go to Coachella, I raised my hand, not knowing I would get chosen. One of the reasons I got chosen, because not only do they know me as a person, my YouTube peeps, like I like to call them, I'm also very professional. I'm not out here a mess. Let's get some of this. Because I am Latina, I'm a first-generation Latina. I come from corporate. I've always known I have to be better than the average person. I have to dress the part. I have to look the part. I have to speak well. I have to articulate well. And this is how I present myself in social media. A lot of times, social media creators don't do that. I don't know, for whatever reason, that just doesn't happen. I've kind of become very corporate appropriate at the same time. Honestly, I didn't do it purposely. It kind of happened by accident, but it's not really accident because it's who I am. Even the way I dress, like I'll wear a pencil skirt to an event. I like to be intentional. A blazer or like a button-down shirt. That dress code to me is normal. I think being professional has really helped me stand out. And also just the way I talk to people, the way I'm able to relate to people. I think being relatable is very, very important. The same way you guys relate to me is the same way I like to relate to everyone. People that are in corporate, people that do social media, anyone. And I think that's one of my gifts, where I'm able to like talk to anyone and everyone. I also do a lot of volunteering, like to expose myself to a lot of different things. I don't like to stay in this bubble of social media, because I think staying in any sort of bubble, it kind of keeps you at a standstill. You don't grow or have much depth to you. I feel like there isn't a lot of growth when you're not moving around and seeing other things. Okay, so here comes the Coachella part. I was chosen. I don't know how I was chosen. Well, no, I do. At the same time, we had like a YouTube event. I think the week before, it was like this workshop, and then there was another one and another one. It was 3 in one day. I was talking to one of the girls, and they're like, "Oh, we're so excited to see you at Coachella, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, oh my gosh, this is my first time ever going. And to think that I'm going with YouTube, out of all people, YouTube. By the way, we're gonna use this hard candy. Look at, they duped the Givenchy powder. Let's see if it's a real dupe. And we have the 3 powder. It's like peachy. I don't, oh look, it has this thing. But we're excited to see you at Coachella. And I was like, oh my god, me too. They're like, oh, by the way, Neal's gonna be there. I was like, what? They're like, yeah, you get to meet him. Oh, okay. Like, what do you say? I was just kind of dumbfounded, but you know, when it doesn't happen, in my mind, I didn't think about it. I was like, cool, I'll meet him, sure, great. Because I have a corporate background, we had those C-suite executives at my old job. And I remember the last president that I had at my job. Super cool guy, so accomplished, so smart. We had a conference. I worked with Latin America at my old job. We had a conference, and I would sit with the Central American table. It was like Central America, Bolivia, and Puerto Rico. My big boss, the president, was supposed to sit with the bigger countries. He ended up sitting right next to me in the Central American table, and I was just like, hi, like, I think your table's over there. He's like, no, I want to sit here. I was like, oh, okay, cool. All looking at each other like this wasn't planned, you know? That moment right there, I started asking him questions about, I don't know, his family. Turns out he like spoke 3 different other languages. It was just this very small talk, and it was just funny because it took me back. That moment in 2022, it happened this time around, now in 2026, in a whole different other environment, a time where I created this job for myself. Like, I've worked hard to get to this point. A lot of times in corporate, it's who you know. Sometimes, most times it's who you know and who can help you. In a situation like this, it's like you either could do it or not. Oh wait, and in that same place, at that same workshop, we're like, hey, we're doing an article with the Associated Press. You're going to Coachella. Would you like to be a part of it? I was like, yes. I say yes to every opportunity too. Say yes to opportunities even if they scare you, because that scared me. I'm like, oh my god, what am I gonna say? What do I have to say? What do I have to share? But I was like, yes. I just said yes, and then later on I thought about it like, what am I gonna do? Anyway, I'm like, I'll deal with that part when I get there. That entire like day, that workshop day, it was, let me show you a picture of that day. It was just everything so unexpected happened, but I was ready. Like, I was ready, not knowing I was ready, but I was ready to say yes. I was ready for all the opportunities. And that, I think, is what's so important for you to get to the next level. This is what I feel has prompted me to get these opportunities with no management, no publicity agent, whatever people have. None of that. Your girl by herself. I'm gonna use the same brush. The article, we're gonna interview you tomorrow, submit some pictures. All this is moving so fast, and Coachella's gonna be in like 4 days. I'm like, what am I gonna wear? I have to be professional, because you know, Coachella, it's a fashion now. It's like so much about fashion and makeup and music, where I wanted to be Coachella appropriate, but because I knew I was gonna be around, I couldn't be all hoochied out. It's also not me, but like Coachella's probably the one exception. I would kind of, ooh, this is pigmented, show a little skin. I ended up getting a 2-piece outfit, which it was like animal print, which was a little loud for me, but I'm like, this is good for Coachella. I was covered up. Ended up being super cute, like super corporate appropriate. It was linen, and it just reminds me like my dad growing up. Any like festive occasion, he would always bring out all his linen clothes, like his linen outfits from Honduras. And I don't know, it just reminded me of that growing up. Like, this is me now. My celebratory event, I want to wear linen too. Oh, and that day too, I saw Hermanos Flores. Oh my gosh, they're the first Salvadorian band to ever play at Coachella, and it was just a big deal. I am half Salvi, so I went to go see them that day too. It was just a whole full circle moment, because that Friday the article released, I was crying, and then Saturdays when all like the other things were happening, I was crying. It's like I was so emotional And I was sharing with my closest friends and my sister, look at this, like look. It was just such an emotional time because it is truly a full circle moment, especially me doing this for 8 years. It was like, I'm doing the right thing. Anytime I feel like this is not for me, I always get pulled back in with something. I haven't been feeling like that lately, but there's times I do. Sometimes I'm like, should I go back to corporate? Should I? I always like question things. At that moment, like that weekend, we go to the event where we're gonna meet Neal. So it's a bunch of creators that were invited. Mind you, the creators that I saw, girl, they're huge. They're like, they have millions and millions of subscribers. I'm fairly small in comparison. So that just lets you know, show up, be professional, and know how to talk to people. We're all some way, shape, or form in the people business. I'm in the people business talking to you. I'm in the people business talking to people like in real life. I get to the event inside the festival ground. It's a fairly small event because it was so intimate. That's what kind of like freaked me out. I'm like, oh my god, this is smaller, much smaller than I thought. I thought at least 100 people were gonna be there. No, at this point there was maybe like 20. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. We end up chit-chatting and telling me like the play-by-play, like it's a vlog. Girl, they catered Nobu. If you know me, you know I love sushi. I could eat sushi every day, but it's not like the quality of Nobu. I'm like, oh, I could get used to this. Anyway, I get my food, I get pictures, and then Mr. Mohan gets there. And we're all like, they're like, okay, creators, like come take a picture. Photo. Oh, here, I have a couple of these photos. They're like, let's take pictures. And I kind of walk up first and I'm like, hi, my name is Magdalene Janet, really nice to meet you. And he's like, hi, how are you? So we all get in line, we take our photos, and he makes an announcement. Great, we got a little group photo. I was kind of like, I think I'm done, right? Well, let's use this eyeliner from this Crayon Kohl. We are there and we still have some time, and then like one of the girls, she's like, go talk to him. I'm like, what do I say? She's like, you could do it. I was like, fine, this is it. This is my moment because I don't know when this is gonna happen again. Sometimes you just have to throw yourself out there. So I go back. Mind you, this is not my second time. I'm like, hello again, my name is Magdalene and I'm a YouTube shopping creator, and I just really have enjoyed creating content in the last 8 years, especially with shopping. And then he's like, give me your feedback on what you think about shopping. And he just seems so invested in creators. A lot of time when I say I'm a content creator, I'm an influencer, there's always this energy shift. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. In this situation, it was good because he was really excited. Like he was like, we're planning great things for YouTube shopping. And I was just listening to him, really taking his feedback because obviously he knows what he's talking about. That moment right there just showed me how much respect he has for creators, this entire ecosystem. Granted, yes, he is the CEO of YouTube and YouTube is creator-based platform, but sometimes that's not the case. I could just guarantee you people look at you sideways when you tell them you're a content creator. And I know that because I've seen it being an ex-corporate employee. I get it. People think this is not a real job. It's not a traditional job, but it's a real job, okay? That's kind of when I relaxed. That's kind of when I was like, okay, cool. This is nice. This is why I'm here. Paved the way for me to be here. Not only for me to be here to represent Latinas and to be present, to remember names, to remember people. All that literally culminated to this very moment right here. Like what, I'm still in awe about it. I just, you guys, no, something I'm forgetting to mention is knowing how to read the room, knowing social cues is something that school can't teach. I like to say I'm street smart but polished. It's how I grew up. I don't know, I just feel like I've always had a intuition and I've always known how to read people very well. My mom does that extremely well. So probably growing up watching her, she can like read a person to filth in 2 minutes. And I used to be like, what are you talking about? I don't get it. Like now I see it. Now I understand that, okay, you know, you don't understand what your parents do until you're their age. As fortunate as I was to have and get a college education and degree, a lot of my learning, a lot of what has pushed me to where I am now, knowing my intuition, reading the room, knowing when to shut up, knowing when to speak is something that can be taught, and I think that has really helped me a lot. Those social cues are truly important, and I feel like we're losing those cues quite rapidly. Another thing that I feel is really important as a content creator, my friend actually, shout out to my friend Danielle, she and I go to the gym and then we go hiking together, and one day she asked me, what's your elevator pitch? I was like, I don't know. She's like, you should have one because people are gonna start asking you, and you should have a pitch. And what's funny is in the interview, Associated Press interview, ooh, look at this, they asked me, I need 1 or 2 sentences of what you do. I was like, oh my god, this was what Danielle told me 2 months ago, and I already had it. And what's important about the elevator pitch is it gives you an understanding of what you do. In my space, what do I do as a content creator? So my elevator pitch is I'm a corporate turned beauty YouTuber, first generation Latina based out of Los Angeles. When people have follow-up questions, they'll ask questions. Understanding like what you do and how you fit in the space. Even if you have like a corporate job, what is it that you do that you are contributing to the company? And then if people say, so what do you do on YouTube? Oh, I do beauty tutorials, get readies with me. A lot of times you only sometimes have 15 seconds to talk to someone, especially when it's busy or it's an event with like executives. They don't want to know your life story, okay? They could care less. You can just tell, and you can also see in their eyes, like when you're losing someone, like they just start looking around and it's like, no, come back, let's get back. A friend of mine, Carmen, she once told me that a great conversationalist is a curious person. Not a nosy person, is a curious person to ask questions about the person you're talking to. Not intrusive questions. For example, when I was at Coachella meeting like executives from YouTube, I spoke to these 2 women and they asked me like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like telling them that I do YouTube shopping, I do makeup tutorials, but I do also come from the corporate side, so I understand the corporate side of things a lot. Just like really listening, and then I'm like, what do you do individually at YouTube? I would love to know. And that's how like a conversation started to flow, and they were explaining to me how they're very involved with YouTube shopping, which is what I do coincidentally. I didn't know that they were involved with YouTube shopping. Things like that really have helped me having the confidence to do it. Because a lot of times situations like that are scary. No lie, they scare me. It's nerve-wracking because you don't want to sound dumb. You don't want to embarrass yourself. You don't want to say the wrong thing. And me being a first generation Latina, like in that situation, I think there was only 2 Latinas there. That's nerve-wracking. Sometimes you have to be like, F it and go with it. And that's honestly kind of what I did. I know why I'm here and what I do. I cannot sound stupid. They're gonna understand why I'm here. The more you understand your part in this equation, the more confident you are. My elevator pitch, when I first started like working on it, girl, was long. It was so long. I'm like, why am I blabbing? I finally narrowed it down to like the 2 sentences. Did you know Maybelline has these lifter gel lip oil in gel lip product? Do this one. I kind of want a rosy to match my cheeks. Okay. My makeup is not makeuping like I would like it to. Let's see what's the issue here. I think I know what it is. I am on the end of this. Where's my beauty blender? This is when I need the sponge. Her a little bit. I just put some setting spray and then we're gonna do this. I felt like I was looking super powdery. And I need to tell you the time because it's actually really early. I'll do a full day wear test, of course. Testing out this new makeup. We're gonna use Whipped from Morphe lip liner. And I'm kind of looking at, this is called Strawberry Shake. There we go. Let's see. Turn. Oh, here we go. Oh, the product's right there. Oh. Oh, cute. A little bit goes a long way. Okay, we are done, ready to hit these streets. I have a quick event to go to at 12, but I have time. This is it, Familia. I hope this conversation on how I met YouTube CEO by showing up, networking, getting to know people truly. Sometimes I feel like with networking, people are like, you leave with 10 contacts. Sometimes I only leave with one, but it's one that we actually had a great conversation and got to know one another. Being present is truly key, especially now. I feel like we're always so distracted with our phones or can't really hold conversations too well. That does definitely stand out. And being prepared, when you're prepared, you don't have to get ready to be prepared because you can just show up and show out. And that was something I experienced at Coachella, meeting YouTube CEO, and wow, what a journey it's been. And I appreciate you guys so much for being here always, always, and forever. I had to share this with you because it was such a monumental time for me the last like week where I'm like, okay, we got to talk about this makeup really quick. This is gonna be a no. It's too creamy, it's too lightweight for me, and it made my under eyes crease a lot. I don't know if you could see it. I put a bunch of powder in it, so it helped. This powder, it's too grainy for me. I don't think it's set well. It's not too smoothing. It doesn't give you that filtered look. I think it's just a little too harsh. This is great as a topper maybe. My under eyes don't look as smooth as I would like it to. My skin either. Like, I don't know. This is bomb. I really like how creamy, and I love like the dual. We have the powder and the cream. But Morphe really has been killing it the last year and a half. Panorama mascara, I really love. Look at my lashes. This burgundy color, it meshes well in with my lashes. Because my lashes are really dark brown, you can't really see the burgundy in my lashes, or maybe a little bit. This eyeliner, beautiful. It created nice thin lines. This felt tip is, I really like how long it is because it can really get your strokes. Long, easy strokes. And this brown is perfect. I love it. I love it. The eyebrow, I really like this, but again, it's not available. When it becomes available, I will update everything, but I will try to find it right now for you so you can buy it. I love how it has the brush and this gel, a gel and the pen in one. Perfection. I really love this bronzer brush. This is the M200. Look how little this is. This fits so perfectly. You don't have a small face? You must. This concealer, I have to try it again. It does give me a very satin feel. I don't know. It's okay. Honestly, E.L.F. makeup hasn't been impressing me completely too much. I really like this. It has a really nice high shine, very lightweight, but it's very pigmented. I mean, the Maybelline lifter line is really great. I really love all the lip products from this line, honestly. Oh, the pencil eyeliner from L'Oreal, I couldn't really get it to like stick in my lower lash line, so this one is gonna have to be a no for me. This is not new, but I really like both of these. I just mixed 220 and Classic Tan. Let's go in front of the window and let's start this wear test. Look at the skin. What do you think? What do you think? I like. Let's go. It's a little gloomy today. I don't know why, but look. What do you think? Skin? Is skin looking like skin? I really like we have this nice glow, and I think it's the cream products from the Morphe, the blush and bronzer. Eyebrows look so good. I really love the cheeks and the eyebrows. That might be the star of the show. What do you think? But the lips too. I don't know. Let me know. Okay. See ya later. Here we are about 8 hours in. Look at this skin. Doesn't it look good? Nothing's patchy. Look, nothing's separating. I think I'm gonna do the wear test here because girl, I am so tired. Like I almost fell asleep 2 hours ago. But I just want to show you, look. I think definitely the star of the show is the brows, the cheeks, the eyeliner too. Look, it didn't fade or anything. It looks so good. This makeup. I went to an event. That's why I have another shirt on. Like my little jean shirt. The Catrice conceal and then the hard candy powder. I don't like it. You see all my texture here? It just didn't work. I still feel the same way how I felt at the beginning. I just wanted to show you how the skin looks. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening to me, especially if you made it all the way to the wear test. Going to Coachella, meeting YouTube CEO took time, took effort, took a lot of patience, and we're here, and I honestly would not be here without you. So I appreciate you so much for truly, truly all your constant love and support. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you, and the beat is beat. Okay, ciao, love you.